Joining me now is Yuri Sak. He's the advisor to Ukraine's Minister of Defense. Sir, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
I wanted to lay out, there were 9 countries that came up with a package this week, and it has been in response to a call that says, thank you for everything you're giving Ukraine, but we can't do this in 6-week chunks or, various chunks. We have to understand what we need to win this war. Tell me how this changes things, everything that you've heard this week.
Well, Ali, first of all, we have to say that the package that was announced at Ramstein yesterday is indeed the largest that we have received so far. It includes armored vehicles, it includes, as you've said in your earlier report, it includes helicopters, it includes more ammunition for the HIMARS systems, it includes more air defense systems, it includes more Humvees. So it's a lot of essential weapon systems and platforms that Ukraine needs at this stage of the war. Now, of course, for us, between ourselves, we were calling this a tank Ramstein, because we were really hopeful that the coalition for providing Ukraine tanks, because for us, tanks for Ukraine are tanks for freedom, because this, as we keep repeating on a daily basis, this is not just a war for some territories in Ukraine. This is not even a war about protecting Ukrainian people. This is more a war about our common values. This is the freedom war, right? So this is why, and there's a very deep understanding within our allies of this simple fact. So, of course, we were hoping that we will get some tanks yesterday, and the United Kingdom, as you've also mentioned in your report, will be providing Ukraine with main battle tanks Challenger 2. Now, of course, for us, and our president, Mr. Zelensky, said it many times that it seems to us irrational why the Western allies are still not providing Ukraine with the main battle tanks, because just in Europe, there are over 2,000 Leopard tanks, for example, right? And there are over 9,000 of those Abrams tanks in the US. Now, we understand that, and we value, and we're very grateful to the support that we receive, in particular from the United States of America. And we are thankful, as our president again said when he was delivering a speech at the Congress, to every American family, to every American taxpayer for this support. At the same time, I think we jointly need to redefine the concept of what does it mean at this stage to stand with Ukraine, because every leader, when they speak about their commitments, they say, we will stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. But look, when we say that we need those weapons for counter-offensive, this is still in our territory. We are not talking about attacking Russia on their territory, okay? We need to liberate our land. And for now, thanks to the Western weapon system that we have received so far, we were able to stabilize the front line, as well as drive the enemy out of certain locations, like Kharkiv, Kherson. Those were spectacular military operations.
So there's, what your president said when he was here in Washington is we don't need your personnel. We don't need American troops on the ground. Give us the weapons. We'll train on them. We'll get them. You've got a good military. Germany's concern is that Russia will see this as a NATO war. We told you this was a NATO war. But Putin's been saying that from the beginning. He has said that NATO is backing this war. How do you address that German concern that they know there are Western weapons in Ukraine? They know it. They have their intelligence. They have news reports.
There is a very simple way to address this concern. Now, Putin is not planning to stop in Ukraine. Now, everybody knows that. So it's either Ukrainian tank pilots and tank operators run those tanks in Ukraine to defeat the enemy, or the Western allies will then have a choice to have to use them themselves. So I think it's a very simple formula to understand, right? Either you give us those tanks and we defend you as well from the aggressor, or there will be a day when you will have to be using them yourself. So, there are arguments, for example, about the length of the training program. And this is something that our Minister of Defense, Mr. Alexei Reznikov, highlighted yesterday, that there was indeed a breakthrough even with respect to Leopard tanks, because, not everything that is said on Ramstein is said during a press briefing afterwards, an open, right? So there are things that happen behind closed doors. And you've mentioned in your report that Poland will start training Ukrainian servicemen to use Leopard soon. And this was something that our Minister of Defense statement he made as well. So advanced training is a really important step. It's a milestone. And, we just hope, our President Zelensky yesterday said in his evening televised video address that we will continue to push for tanks, because, you know, when we say we will continue to push for tanks, it is the same as we say we will continue to fight for our freedom. These are all part of the same puzzle.
Does getting all this stuff sooner make a difference? In other words, will this war, some people see it as a matter of the war ending quickly versus the war taking years. But is there something different? If you don't get the aid you need sooner, could that affect Ukraine's ability to win this war?
Look, we have all seen that the arrival of modern Western weapon system on the battlefield is always a game changer. You've seen what happened with the first M777s that arrived in Ukraine earlier. Then the HIMARS systems, now the Patriot system. So our allies, sooner or later, eventually provide us with what we request. But it's about being one step ahead, not being one step behind the enemy. Look, this was Ramstein number 8, and we've already had 12 massive missile strikes. Now, that's, you know, an illustration as to how far behind we are. Few steps behind. We need to change our attitude, to change our paradigm, and start acting in advance.
Mr. Sak, thank you for your time today. We appreciate you being here.